A beautiful backdrop, A-list celebrities, but could the Miami Grand Prix produce the spectacle to match? I'm Ollie Wilson, this is GPFans, and here is a recap of everything that went down on Sunday at the inaugural Miami Grand Prix, where Max Verstappen put in an A-class performance to get the victory for his third of the season. Remember, you can subscribe down below to stick with us throughout the 2022 season here at GPFans. But let's dive into a recap of everything that took place in Miami this weekend. Max Verstappen managed to hold off a late charge from Charles Leclerc to take victory at the inaugural Miami Grand Prix after safety car drama in the final few laps looked like it could disrupt his cruise to victory. The Dutch driver was quick off the starting grid, nipping past Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari to get into second through the first two turns, but the Red Bull driver still had to get past Charles Leclerc, who was able to lead the first few laps from pole position. Further back down the order, and Lewis Hamilton initially struggled out of the blocks, overtaken by former teammate Fernando Alonso in the Alpine with a little bit of contact on the way through, before making his way back past his old sparring partner and back up to 6th by the end of lap 6. Lap 9 saw the two championship leaders having their scrap for the lead up front, as Verstappen was able to send his nose up the inside of Leclerc at the end of the home straight with the help of DRS, and 4 laps later the Dutchman was flying over 2.5 seconds clear of second place Leclerc. At the same time, his teammate Sergio Perez was trying to match that move, stuck in 4th behind Sainz's Ferrari until lap 20 saw the Mexican driver struggling for power. A reset on the pit lane reinvigorated his engine, but the 6 seconds lost on Sainz made a podium scrap suddenly very difficult for Perez. As the race seemed to be cruising to a rather lethargic end up front while tussles in the middle of the pack kept the on-track entertainment going, Lando Norris looked to move past Pierre Gasly after the AlphaTauri driver drifted wide well down the order. The Frenchman seemed to have no idea of Norris's arrival up the inside, and the contact between the two stripped the tyre from the McLaren driver's car, bringing a rather abrupt end to a frustrating race for the British driver on lap 41 and bringing out the safety car as the debris was cleared. This was a gift for George Russell, who was able to make his first stop under the safety car after riding his hard tyres right to the limit, as he and Sergio Perez pitted for fresh rubber in 7th and 4th respectively. With the field re-bunched up, Leclerc had a chance to make a move on Verstappen and challenge for the lead, but the Red Bull driver was able to stay cool, despite the Ferrari filling his mirrors and itching for half a gap to have a go. But the Ferrari driver never had a clear chance, and as the Red Bull pulled away into the distance, Verstappen was able to find a clear gap until the end. So the Dutchman takes his third race victory of the season, with Charles Leclerc in second, followed by his Ferrari teammate Carlos Sainz in third. Sergio Perez came in 4th, and the two Mercedes of George Russell and Lewis Hamilton were behind him, with Russell on fresh rubber at the end of the race, able to capitalise and get ahead of both his teammate and Valtteri Bottas, who came in 7th in the Alfa Romeo. Esteban Ocon finished 8th in the Alpine, with teammate Fernando Alonso 9th and Alex Albon 10th, as he benefited from a late incident between Sebastian Vettel and Mick Schumacher that saw the German pair collide as they tangled for the final point scoring position, allowing the Williams driver to sweep in and collect that final spot. It was an incredible Grand Prix, very physical as well, but I think we kept it exciting until the end, said Verstappen after a test of endurance in the Florida heat over 57 laps. I'm incredibly happy with winning here in Miami. It's an incredible Sunday for us. His rival Charles Leclerc admitted that more has to come from him and Ferrari this season, saying, "We need to keep pushing. Upgrades will be very important throughout the year, and I hope now we can do a step up from the next race onwards. But it's been tight since the beginning of the season, and that's what we like to see." So Red Bull get back-to-back victories after their dominant performance in Imola 2 weekends ago, and now getting the first win at the inaugural Miami Grand Prix. But does Max Verstappen and Red Bull have enough reliability to hold off the Ferraris for the whole of this season, particularly with those blustery moments for Sergio Perez worrying about power to his engine? Let us know in the comments section below. Also want to know who your driver of the day was. Was it going to be Mick Schumacher before that tussle with Sebastian Vettel right at the end, as the young German was denied points for Haas in their home Grand Prix? And of course, you can follow us on GPFans Global on Twitter and Instagram, and of course GPFans.com for all the fallout from the Miami Grand Prix.